So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you all about how to build out a continuous year so that you can accomplish your goals and put your life on autopilot, knowing exactly when to check in, knowing exactly when to reevaluate those goals, and how to set up and start designing your life and business the way that you want so that you're living on purpose and you're living intentionally. What's up, guys? If you're new to my channel, my name is Ashlee Tate, and I am a brand strategist that coaches creatives, change makers, and small business owners on how to unleash their message into the world online and offline and really get their business out there so they can design a life and business on purpose. So if that sounds like you, thank you so much for being here. Let's jump right into this video. So when you're managing it all and you are trying to figure out how you're going to get all of these things that need to be done in your life on your calendar and into a place where you can just run on autopilot, one of the things I love talking about is the continuous year. I share it with family and friends all the time. And it's something that really has changed the way that I accomplish my goals and that I approach my goals, the way I look at my year, the way I'm able to run 2 businesses and a family and still have a social life and do all of the things that I love to do. So what this is a way of setting your goals in 12-week blocks, but also allowing a place for you to have a 13th week where you check in and do a reset process. Now, I have this reset process in a video that you can watch, and I'm thinking it's on this side. Hopefully I'm getting that right. And I will place that video there so that you can watch it, or you can find it in the description box. But basically what this means that you'll be sitting down, looking at your natural rhythms, looking at your natural routines, so that you can actually create a year that is nonstop. So you may not be on a natural calendar year like everyone else. And if that works best for you and you like starting your year in January, you can absolutely do that too. What this is basically breaking down your year into 12-week segments. Now, I want to talk to you really quick about how I came up with this method, because there is a 13th week, and that 13th week is critical to how this whole process works. When you look at a year, there are 52 weeks in a year. So when you break it down, it looks like this. There are 4 12-week segments in a year. This equals 48 weeks, right? And so you still have 4 weeks left. Those 4 weeks are going to become your 13th week periods that become your reset period. What that means is sometimes life gets a little crazy. Sometimes you are on autopilot and you're doing all the things that need to be done to accomplish your goals. But you may forget that, gosh, like I had this other goal going and I've fallen off the wagon, or I wasn't able to, accomplish everything I wanted to accomplish with that goal. So you look in your 13th week and you see what went wrong, what was working, and all of that. And I walk you through that whole process, and there's a whole worksheet and everything that goes along with that process inside of the reset process video that you can use. And so I just want you to understand that I'm not giving this to you like just to go off on your own and try to figure it out. There's actually a method to it. So you set your 12-week goals, and then you have your 13th week that's available for reset. Now, the way I set up my year is I start my year in November. And the reason I do that is because there are a lot of holidays that are coming up during that time. I want to be able to focus on those holidays and be 100% clear with my family and be present and do all the things that we do, go to the light show and put up the tree and the tree cutting and all of the things that we do. But I still want to stay focused on my goals, and I still want to be focused on like when the year starts. I don't want to have to kind of do the whole resolution process. I've never been somebody who's part of that whole idea of the resolutions and the new year and all of that. And generally when the new year starts, we are on vacation, or we're in the throes of some sort of now high school games or whatever it is. And so I try very hard to keep myself on track by setting up the start of my year in November, looking at it from November, December, and January. That would be my 12-week period. And that brings me all the way to February. So by the end of January, I'm reaching my reset week, looking at how everything went. What did I not accomplish? What did I get accomplished? How did I feel? Should I change any rhythms? All of those things. And I do it in a period of time where it's calm, and I do it in a period of time where we're moving into the next 12 weeks. Now, this isn't anything fancy. This isn't something that needs to be, drawn up in a specific calendar or anything like that. This is just something to help you get your mind on track and get your life on track so that you can actually continue going through your goals and staying focused on those when the time is necessary. Meaning, we're not looking at our metrics every 2 weeks. We're looking at our metrics in that 13-week period so that we can determine if we're on the right track, if we want to shift gears, is this still an important goal to us? We're evaluating. It's an evaluation process, and it's something that is so helpful because by the end of the year, when we wait for like end of year goals or mid-year goals, it just takes too long. And so the first thing I would do if you want to get started with this process is I would really look at where in your life do you have a little bit of calm or have calm coming up, where it'll give you the space to really think about how you want to strategically plan your next 12 weeks. And if you've never done any sort of strategic planning, it is important, and I would recommend that you grab my Design Your Life and Business worksheet. And what that allows you to do is really look at your overall vision, start to look at your mission and all of the goals that you want to set for your big vision, because that really will set things in motion and make things much easier when you sit down to start planning out your 12-week goals. And I walk you all the way through how to look at every aspect of your life, and then how to come up with milestones that might be the milestones that you're going to want to focus on this year, and then how to break those down into these 12-week segments. So this is really a 3-step process, and it starts with the Design Your Life and Business worksheet, where you're going to go through, determine your vision, all of those things. Then you're going to start creating your continuous year, and what that really means is just deciding when the start of your year is actually going to be. So if you're watching this in February when I'm recording this, then you will actually start your year. If you wanted to, you could start your year in March this year. It doesn't really matter. The month doesn't matter. Mainly what this does is just gives you time to say, okay, it's time to reevaluate my year. It's time to do another strategic plan. It's time to look back at my vision. And you can do this every 12 weeks if you'd like. Sometimes if you get to a 12-week, another 12-week period, maybe you're in your 13th week and you reevaluate your vision, make sure you're still on track to go there and do your vision, then you can start to say, okay, I'm going to go for the next 3 months working on X. And those things work too. Like, that is totally fine. There is no like set date or day or month or anything that you have to start this. It's just understanding that the base of the process is 12 weeks. The 13th week is there to evaluate, and then you move into the next 12 weeks. Most 12-week goal setting processes out there do not have a place for you to stop and evaluate. And that's why that 13th week really makes sense, because if we already have 52 weeks, we have those extra 4 weeks in there from the 12-week goal setting to actually check in and to see how we're doing on our goals. If we're accomplishing what we want to accomplish, do we need to make a pivot? There's so many things. And that's where the reset process then comes in. That third piece is the reset process and how that works for you. And I explain all of that in that video. So go take a look at that. Make sure you grab the Design Your Life and Business worksheet to get started on that. If you've never set goals before, or if you just want to go through the whole process and you want to start over and really look at your vision and determine where you want to be and where you want to go, this is a great way to start. So that is the entire process of goal setting that I use for my life. And I feel like it really keeps me on track. It allows me the opportunity and the freedom and the mind space to really focus on the things that matter most to me and to be very clear and intentional about what I'm doing so I can truly design my life and business on purpose. And I want you to be able to do the same. You can use this continuous year as a calendar year as well, if that's what you like to do. But I am interested to know how many of you I have that are resolution people, how many of you are on the idea of a continuous year where you don't stop for resolutions. I would love to know. So anyway, I hope you loved the video. I hope you got some good value out of that. And I hope you actually tried to employ the continuous year. And if not, I hope you employ the 13th week reset process. You can get that down in the description box below, along with all of the worksheets. Now get out there and unleash your something amazing, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.